Building innovation, creating stable, good-paying jobs and a solid economy, ensuring a better future for our country. These are just a few of the reasons why manufacturing matters. October 4th, 2013 is National Manufacturing Day, when the industry will come together to show firsthand all the things that are great about U.S. manufacturing. AMT, the Association for Manufacturing Technology, is proud to be a sponsor of the National Manufacturing Day 2013. Through our Smartforce initiative, we are working to develop the talented, highly skilled workforce of tomorrow that will ensure our industry continues to create the world's most innovative technology. On National Manufacturing Day, we encourage manufacturers to open their doors and introduce future manufacturing professionals to what happens in their facilities and to share what our industry is about. Join us in celebrating National Manufacturing Day 2013. To learn more, visit mfgday.com. The AMT Rally Fighter will be traveling around Ohio the month of October. Look for it starting October 5th at Miami University in Oxford, Ohio. And now we go to IMTSTV Investigates program on Smartforce development.
Welcome to IMTSTV Investigates. I'm your host, Penny Brown. Today, we're going to investigate what we call the Smartforce, the key to growing and building the manufacturing industry of tomorrow. So just what is the Smartforce? It has many facets, but fundamentally, it means the well-educated and highly skilled workforce necessary for today's advanced manufacturing industry. Manufacturing needs workers with a combination of critical thinking skills and technical know-how. In particular, they need students with a background in STEM education, science, technology, engineering, and math. And manufacturing is hiring. Some estimates report a shortage of hundreds of thousands of vacant U.S. manufacturing jobs. Factories have the openings, but they need to find the workers with the right skills. AMT, the Association for Manufacturing Technology, is taking an active role in building the Smartforce of tomorrow. It's a key point to the manufacturing mandate, and here to talk about it with me is AMT President Doug Woods. How are you today, Doug?
Great, Penny. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here. So, among the 3 points of the manufacturing mandate, when you were originally designing this, why did you decide to include Smartforce?
We knew in the beginning most of our members had issues finding people who were skilled and qualified, to fill the positions that they had. And a lot of that's become apparent as technology has changed. It's become much more advanced, it's more sophisticated. So the types of training a lot of people used to go through really doesn't qualify them for the new positions. So since everybody had a need, and if we didn't have key people coming into manufacturing, it was going to be tough to keep the momentum. We wanted to make sure we kept part of the focus on Smartforce or an educated workforce.
Now, I know back when you were coming into the industry, you actually had an apprenticeship. So how does that kind of compare to what's offered now, or should they be bringing back something along those lines?
It's an interesting question. Part of what we've looked at is the apprenticeships of old, the ones that I went through, the typical German-Swiss model, 4 years, those were great at the time, learning the specific skills that they had. And we think that maybe there needs to be a modified version of that for today. A lot of parents, guidance counselors, and even kids themselves, they want to get a college degree. And so the trick is, how do you get the technical skills, the trade skills, without having someone go through a 4-year apprenticeship, but also possibly get something that they're interested in, like a technical degree from a community college. And so we've put together a concept for a program, 2+ program, where essentially you would enroll in a community college, a technical community college, and you get an associate's degree. You'd go through a 2-year program, and part of that, the kids would do an internship instead of an apprenticeship. The internship, every kid's used to. They know what it's all about, whether you're in marketing or business or any other science area, you do internships. And the internship would be with that local manufacturer. So in that 2-year period, you get your associate's degree, and you'd end up doing internships to learn the actual practical skills in a manufacturing facility. So by the time that you're done, you're ready to immediately be employed. You've got a college degree, an associate's degree, and you're hands-on prepared to start. And if the kids want to go on and get engineering degrees, once they're employed at a business, the business will then typically pay for the engineering degree. So also, if you're a parent looking for an economical way to get your kids through college, it's a great way to do it.
Absolutely. So AMT, even in the last couple of years, introduced its own Smartforce staff. What's their role here?
One of the things we wanted to do is make sure, if we were going to make this a key point, that we had a champion or we had an advocate that was driving this every day. And so, we were able to bring on, Greg Jones, specifically, run our Smartforce group with a lot of background experience that he has. And so the key is for us to understand what's really going on out there in industry. What are the needs? Understanding the training opportunities, get connected to the community colleges, try to work with key universities on programs and technology transfer options. Work with NIMS on metalworking standards, so there'd be common standards that from state to state people would have the same level of training. And so those are types of things that Greg helps spearhead for AMT and helps keep us, AMT, connected to all the other key constituents that are involved in the education process.
Now, if you had one message for maybe, say, parents, educators, students, anyone who's kind of considering this career path, what would you tell them?
You really need to take a long look at manufacturing. People have talked about, what do I want my child involved in, and what are the key things. You look at any economic statistic, you'll find that some of the best paying jobs are in manufacturing. They're kind of, compared to most of the other industries, ahead from a percentage standpoint, standard salaries for them. And the technologies that you can get involved in today, whether it's you're interested in simulation and graphics, whether you're interested in working in a multitasking machine, or new composite materials, additive technology, creating things we've never done before. There's so many cool, neat, and interesting things that just give it a look. Just go to some of the programs that you'll see put on by the Advanced Manufacturing Partnerships, the MEPs, the local universities, the technical community colleges, or contact us here at AMT and get a close look at some of the really fantastic opportunities. And from a career path standpoint, you can go anywhere. You want to stay in the technology sector? Great. You want to end up running a business? You can do the same thing once you pick up those skills. So a lot of great opportunities, pays really well, and quite frankly, it's really getting to be cool and fun.
Great. Well, that's a lot to think about. Thank you so much for your time today, Doug.
You bet, Penny. Thanks for having me.
The IMTS-TV crew has been getting a first-hand look at some Smartforce development hotspots. One of those stops included Penn High School in Mishawaka, Indiana. Penn High has its own STEM academy where students can learn about advanced technologies such as nanotechnology and aerospace engineering. IMTS-TV took the IMTS Rally Fighter and visited Penn High for Making College Work Night. Greg Jones, AMT's VP of Smartforce Development, told us why events like these matter. And we also spoke to Penn High's faculty and staff about their STEM curriculum and manufacturing lab.
We need to change perceptions among the American public about the fact that we really do still manufacture things in the U.S. In fact, U.S. manufacturing is still the #1 manufacturing economy in the world. We have 200,000 open positions in manufacturing as I speak right now, and that's mainly because we don't have enough young people going into STEM education programs so that they can launch into careers in manufacturing. Baby boomers are retiring at an incredibly fast rate. We're losing tens of thousands of engineers every year, and we're just not replacing them quickly enough. So if there's something that we can do at the high school level to get a student interested in a career in engineering, all the better. The thing that we want to get across with Smartforce is kind of like the U.S. Army. We want you. We want young students to come into STEM programs and jobs in our industry. So get to school, get in STEM programs, and decide that that's the career that you want to get into.
So the manufacturing lab that we're in right now is part of the STEM Academy, and part of our job then for the STEM Academy is to get ready for students at all levels. So we're getting people ready to be lathe operators, and then we're also getting people ready to be engineers and everything in between. So we take the broad spectrum of all the careers within STEM and get students ready for every level of that. Certainly we know that from working with our community partners then that that's where the jobs are. The high-tech jobs, the jobs in manufacturing. One of our biggest challenges with all of that is not only educating our students, but educating our parents. Parents, by and large, feel that just a four-year degree at a college is kind of a sure path to success, and that is not the case. And many of our students would be much better off going into a tech field, going into a two-year college, or going right into the workforce.
This lab has been in place for a long time, and one of the things I think that sets us apart from most labs when we were younger is the fact that there's not just manufacturing that happens in this lab. It's not just students learning how to machine or learning how to make parts. This is an entire manufacturing facility where we go from design to build and everything in between. So we have students that will move straight into the workforce that get valuable experiences in terms of machining and welding. But then we also have students that are going to head on to school, college, and even past their four-year degree that want to study engineering that get a lot of benefit from that lab as well. So we service a lot of students.
In the world we see today, America is still manufacturing. America manufactures a lot. Actually, a lot more if you look at the cost of the things that we produce. A lot of people don't think that's true. The scene, the environment of manufacturing has changed. With automation robotics, there's more robots on the production floor. That means that the people who are operating them have to be smarter. That requires people to understand the machines. Okay? It's not just buttons. And so what we're doing here at the high school is empowering those people to understand those processes, and as a human, give the feedback to the project managers that they need. See, the project manager isn't down on the line working with the robots. The robot is not self-aware yet. We don't have that. And so people need to be in those spots to realize what the inefficiencies are and where we can collaborate on the production line. Why is the STEM Academy important? The STEM Academy is important because it's not focused on college, it's not focused on vocation or a job. It's focused on giving you the skills here in high school that you can take in the direction you'd like to go. So if you're unsure of what college has in store for you, you can learn those things and you can learn the skills. If you just want to learn the skills and go get a job, you can do that too. The STEM Academy gives you the skills right here and now to take those skills in the direction you'd like to go.
To promote interest in manufacturing among the younger generation, AMT has introduced MT Ambassadors. These are young manufacturing professionals recently out of school and new to the workforce who tell their story to other young people in order to convey the message that manufacturing is a great career choice. We made stops at SGS Tool, Mazak, and Fanuc, getting to know some of these MT ambassadors face to face and letting them tell us why they love going to work each day.
I'm an MT ambassador because of job security. I feel that manufacturing jobs in the United States are coming back and they're going to continue to grow and evolve.
I am an MT ambassador because I feel that by being on the cutting edge of manufacturing technology, I will remain employable in the future.
I am an MT ambassador because I feel that this is a career. It's something that if you're undecided of what you want to become after the high school level of education, it's a great start.
I'm an MT ambassador because the manufacturing industry is growing all the time and my job is very interesting.
I am an MT ambassador because I feel like students have a good shot at getting a good career from apprenticeship programs.
I am an MT ambassador because I want to see other young people, especially young women, get into fields that have great pay, good job stability, and give you the freedom to do whatever you want.
I'm an MT ambassador because I have a good paying job and no huge college loans.
I
I am an MT ambassador because I'd like to encourage women to take advantage of the opportunities that are there in the new technologies and innovations of manufacturing.
I'm an MT ambassador, and you could be too.
Another part of Smartforce is accreditation and certification. The National Institute of Metalworking Skills, or NIMS, is an organization that sets standards for skills in the industry. They've been an active part of the Student Summit at IMTS, and Jake Irvin paid a visit to their offices in Fairfax, Virginia, to find out more about why accreditation matters.
Hi, this is Jake Irvin. I'm here at the National Institute for Metalworking Skills in Fairfax, Virginia, with Catherine Ross, the Director of Accreditation. How are you today, Catherine?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Can you give us an idea of NIMS' mission and how it plays a part in the world of manufacturing?
NIMS stands for the National Institute for Metalworking Skills, and it is our mission to maintain and build a globally competitive workforce. So that means working with education and working with industry, and in particular bringing the two together so that they can fill in some of the gaps that we see between education and ultimately getting a job. So in order to do that, we form industry work groups. These are professionals from all over the country who have set standards, so we know what a certain occupation should entail, what kind of skills are needed to competently be on the job. And then based on those standards, we've created certifications or credentials which can be earned in a training program at a school or a college or even on the job. And the purpose of these is to let employers know that this individual competently has proven at a national level that they can perform a skill. It takes a lot of the guesswork out for the employers. It cuts down on a lot of training time, and it assists the employee in being able to travel because these are portable credentials. So if they want to move from Maine to Southern California, they'll still be applicable when they're applying in their new location.
What types of industries does NIMS work to provide accreditation for?
We offer certifications on a variety of occupations. The most popular is machinist, so that includes machine operators, machine programmers. We also do tool and die, stamping, slide forming, press brake, and we also have some on-the-job trainer certifications to streamline training that occurs at the workplace. So it's kind of a train-the-trainer sort of program.
Can you give us an overview of NIMS accreditation and apprenticeship programs?
NIMS apprenticeship is competency-based. So unlike a traditional apprenticeship where an individual has to spend a designated number of hours demonstrating that he's competent in skills A through Z, a competency-based apprenticeship cuts out a lot of that time and gets the apprentice on the job and earning his full paycheck a lot faster. So instead of spending 30 hours demonstrating that he can operate a CNC lathe, an individual would earn our CNC lathe certification and move on to the next step in the apprenticeship and save himself time, save his employer time and money, and ultimately get him on the job and ready to go faster. The NIMS accreditation program is basically our stamp of approval on a training program at a high school, a college, career center, even some industry training programs, in-house programs at companies.
Can you tell us about NIMS' involvement with the IMTS Student Summit over the years?
NIMS has been involved with IMTS to create a student-oriented event, almost a mini IMTS for students. Mostly it is high school and middle school age students, but we do see more and more college level students every year. And what we do is recruit exhibitors to not buy or sell their goods and services, but to buy or to sell the industry to the students. Some who attend have never taken an engineering or machining or manufacturing course. Some of them have already decided they want to be a CNC operator. So we try to bring in exhibitors that are going to have booth displays that really engage the students. So, brochures on a table doesn't really engage a 14-year-old, but having some kind of hands-on demonstration that they can actually get involved in, maybe win a prize off of, is something that really gets them excited. So the students come in, they visit our student area, and then they have the rest of the day to go upstairs and really get immersed in what IMTS has to offer, the main event.
Well, thanks for your time today, Catherine, and keep up the hard work in the manufacturing arena.
Oh, thank you. It's my pleasure.
From the National Institute for Metalworking Skills, this is Jake Irvin for IMTSTV Investigates.
So just what is the Smartforce? It's a generation of skilled and trained workers who will be on the high-tech shop floors of tomorrow. It's changing perceptions about careers in manufacturing. It's giving students and young workers opportunities that they couldn't find anywhere else. It's about an affordable education, good paying jobs, and a stable career with a real path for growth. Visit the Smartforce section on amtonline.org to learn more. From the rest of the IMTS TV crew, thanks for joining us today. This has been Penny Brown with IMTS TV Investigates.